Description. In Document 821, Richard Allen, among other African Americans, struggled with holding a steady place of worship. The color of their skin being the only thing people see leads men like Reverend Mr. W., a white man, who described by Allen, quote, was much opposed to an African American church and used very degrading and insulting language to us to try and prevent us from going on, end quote, page 145. It was not until two white men, Dr. Benjamin and Mr. Robert Ralston, pitied the small community of religion and ended up funding largely for their church, encouraging Allen and their Methodist religion, giving them the freedom and peace they wanted. Inference. We know that freedom of religion was not yet established until 1791. The issues Allen faces takes place in 1786, so we can assume that the events of founding the first African American church contributed to the upbringing of the freedom of religion right. The racial inequality they face is still very much alive today. Even since 1786, there have been white people who just cannot understand equality. In Allen's memoir, he mentions that the white Methodist preachers would act against them. For example, quote, they would turn them out of society, giving them no trial for their smallest offense, end quote, and, quote, impeach some of the members of whom they heard ill report and turn them out, saying, I've heard thus and thus of you, and you are no more a member of society, without witnesses on either side, end quote, page 146. A blame with no backup sounds familiar. That being said, we can reasonably assume that the colored society could only rely on two things aside from the pity of a white man: the religion and each other.